There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Fights off the defender.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
St. Brown motioning left. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On second down, here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. You look at this Packers defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
They'll try the air now with Goff. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Detroit.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Lions.
Going back to Gibbs on first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
This to Laporta, right side.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
It's not quibbling about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Montgomery, they'll run for it.
And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Packers' 6-yard line.
Again, it's Gibbs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Packers nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their own 18. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
Past the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense.
They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
If I play a quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action this time with Love.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Packers at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. They get him to the ground line on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 5.
Back to throw, Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. I mean, you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Goff now looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2000...
And I think the ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give them a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Listen.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Here's Love. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. A good pick up there, 20 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle in the last play.
That first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Goff on 3rd down.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Jack Fox now gets set to punt.
Jaden Reed is deep for Green Bay.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's play like a team.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at the 34. On play action. Love to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
56 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown. Mike Williams. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are able to move back in front.
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter two, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out, and so far, they've started to do so.
Those three words we hear a lot, stay the course. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Love now to pass on first down. This one's swung out here to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Second and 1.
Play fake. Here's Love. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Love now. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. 1 second, all that remains.
The final shot before break here. Goff airing it out deep for Smith. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now this throw caught left side.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for the Green Bay Packers.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike. Here's 2nd and 10. Glove.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now throw there by Love, pulled in by Reed.
And it's going to be another first down as they're getting to the ground at the Lions 21. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
This is caught, and it's a Packers touchdown.
Jaden Reed,
A 24-yard touchdown.
and the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Able to avoid him at the 40. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Now Carlson for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Nixon now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Oh, that's the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5. Love from the gun. Brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Love, they go play action now. Got his hand complete over the middle. It's Reed. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Running right, Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Carlson on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Goff on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. A misconnection there. He's had just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.